Did anybody get a notification?
I haven't yet, but usually it takes about 5 minutes before I get a notification when somebody goes live, hence the countdown screen that I usually have on mine.
Yeah. I don't know how to do that yet. What's up, YouTube? Irish USMC Vet in the motherfucking house. Poison Stingy over here in the house, drinking his morning brew.
Yeah, I'm not supposed to either. I'm not supposed to have caffeine, but I'm like, fuck it, I'm a rebel.
Fuck it, I'm a rebel. So I drink coffee in the morning, or espresso in the morning, and then green tea throughout the rest of the day, and water. And my occasional energy, or not, I don't want to call it energy drink, but a infused CoQ10 branched chain amino acid drink, but that's later on in the day. So what's going on?
I got paid from YouTube. A lot of good money there, so I'm putting that back in the channel. I'm going to get a chronograph. I got some bullets and some very expensive, overpriced powder. Yeah.
Ooh. What kind of price are we talking on chronograph? Did you already purchase that chronograph?
No, I have not. I was looking online. They're about $80, but with shipping and all that, it's about $90. So I figure if I go to the local store and pay $90 or $100 there, I don't have to wait for shipping, because the place that because I went to gun.deals.com or gun.deals, right? Mm-hmm. And the cheapest place would have been $190, but they're not shipping for like 10 to 14 business days. I ain't got time for that, bro. I mean, for $10 extra, I'll go to the local store and pick one up, you know?
Right. Does your local store carry one, though?
Well, they did last time I checked. I'll call around. If they don't, then I'll find one that will ship online. There it is. There's my notification. I just got it.
All righty. See, well, that was my stupid ass mistake this morning. I put it for PM instead of AM. You know how that is.
Yeah.
Brain fart.
It's easy to do.
Yeah, not so much. I'm just a little slow. Oh man! So $1,000. Do you have $1,000 just laying around?
Not yet, but I'm sure after my stimulus, they'll be enforcing that law quite a bit more.
You think?
Yep.
I'm super excited to see how they're going to enforce a mask law when there's no standards on what the mask has to be.
Yep. I mean, it's so relaxed, it's not even funny. You get into these places that have the mask Nazis that are like, oh, you got to wear a mask, and then they aren't even wearing it above their nose. Or they have other people on their team that I went to an estate sale where they required masks in order to go into the estate sale. The dude wandering around helping out that was part of the estate sale team had his mask around his chin the whole damn time. So I don't think it matters where your face covering is, as long as you have it and it's covering some part of your face.
I
mean, a bandana would probably be enough now.
Well, how do you? I'm looking. I'm trying to find the stipulations for the mask law, because how are you supposed to enforce something that says you got to wear a mask when it doesn't say what kind of mask you're supposed to wear?
Right? Could you wear the Lone Ranger mask?
Yeah. I mean, it's technically a mask.
There you go. I get the comical one that they used to put in, well, you know, in convenience stores for little kids, like the really, really fucking small one. Just wear that. I don't think they make those anymore, or if they do, I haven't seen them in a store in forever. I mean, you could get a full-on clown mask. You're talking about Halloween, right? Why don't we go and get those really scary clown masks? There are some people that are horrifically terrified of clowns. I went into the doctor's office wearing my zombie mask, and one of the ladies working there was like, oh, I can't stand those masks, and would not look at me the whole damn time. It was great. Can you imagine if I had gone in there with a murderous clown mask? That would have been priceless.
So there's a law attorney in Alaska, says face mask requirement does not violate your constitutional rights.
Yeah, bullshit.
However, he is not a constitutional attorney. The government does have the authority. The 10th Amendment gives states a great deal of power, otherwise allocated to the federal government in the Constitution. He said that there is not a reasonable purpose for it. That would be a problem. State health officials highly recommend that all Alaskans wear face coverings in public settings, but there's no state mandate in place. So, a face covering. Now, I'm seeing some loopholes here. I'm seeing some loopholes here. So, a face covering. So, if you're told to wear a mask, but then this place is saying a face covering, and he's an attorney. This is out of Alaska, of course.
Right.
A face covering would be anything that covers your face, correctly? Correct me if I'm wrong.
I don't know. Are we talking the whole face or just part of the face? I think Irish hit the wrong button. All right. So Riddle Girl's in the house. What's up, Riddle Girl? There he is.
I kicked myself out. I hit
You kicked yourself.
wrong fucking thing.
Yeah, I figured it was the wrong button push.
Yeah. So yeah. So usually, and I will find, let's see. You usually have to go through a mask fitting procedure. And so therefore, I feel like a class action lawsuit may be coming. Because in order to be respirator qualified, you're supposed to have, let's see if there's a mask.
What's up, Broken Patriot?
The FDA, let's see. Oh, there's a protective mask. I'm just going to go through here. So we need to have a class for the entirety of the fucking continental United States and the world, apparently.
Mm-hmm.
You have to sign up for this one. Nope. Sorry, bro. We're not accepting your cookies. So the FDA has apparently put out a thing. Some guy goes to Walmart in Florida with a fucking airsoft mask on in protest. That's awesome.
Right on.
I'm still not seeing a... it's a medical device regulated by the FDA. Okay. Is there a difference between a mask and a respirator? Of course. A mask and respirators both cover the wearer's nose and mouth, but they differ in several different aspects, which we've covered. Non-surgical masks may not provide protection from fluids or non-filter particles needed to protect against pathogens such as viruses. They are not for surgical and not considered personal protective equipment. Face masks are not, even though they're required. And this is from the FDA. Huh. So if the FDA is telling me that a face mask, a non-surgical mask, which they're requiring you to wear, or they're going to fine you $1,000, is not effective against viruses. Now, the would-be YouTubers out there that talk shit and hype up everybody and say, "Ooh, wear a mask, buy my shit, sign up for my Patreon, and we'll send you survival cards and blah, 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 blah every month." Mm-hmm. They're telling you to wear a mask. All right, there we go. There's that. I will also provide a link for it for your own personal enjoyment. if you wish to go search it out, because as I've said before, you have to wear a P100 respirator, full face respirator, if you wish to not be exposed. Good morning to everyone. Let me scroll through here and put all the comments on screen, so whenever they block them, they're here. Good morning, Riddle Girl. Hello, everyone. Good morning, Broken Patriot. Jay Sparks is in the house. Article 6, Clause 2 says otherwise. 10th does not have the power. Awesome. Got to go to the doctor today. Going to go back to the hospital soon.
Yeah, I saw that you put out a video about that. I haven't watched it all yet. I'll be watching it probably after this. But yeah, that's bad news, man. Hopefully they figure it out. I'm going to be going to the hospital on the 5th, so I'm not looking forward to that either.
So back to this. Surgical masks are fluid-resistant, disposable, and loose-fitting devices that create a physical barrier between the mouth, nose, and the wearer and the immediate environment. They are for use of surgical settings and do not provide full protection from inhalation of airborne pathogens such as viruses. So there bees another FDA answer to a question. And it says surgical masks, and that's the link that I provided to everyone. That says, oh, surgical masks do not protect against virus.
Well, big surprise. That's just a piece of paper with a string on it.
All right. So you're going to charge me $1,000 if I don't cover my face. With some fucking piece of thing. Respirators are personal protective equipment that fit tightly against the face and filter airborne particles to protect healthcare workers. They provide a higher level of protection against viruses and bacteria when properly fit tested. There we go. Fit tested. This document does not address respirators, but there you go.
Mm-hmm.
Respirators. Now, I'm just a lonely little farmer here, but I'm pretty sure I said all this shit in the beginning. And oh, look, the FDA is contradicting what the state mandates are. So apparently our government officials can't fucking read. I'm just saying. Right. Our elected officials are fucking illiterate. Please send that link to all of your congressmen. Screenshot it, print it off so that you can have a copy of it before they take it down. And whenever you get your $1,000 ticket, tell them to shove it up their ass because it's not helping anybody. And while you're at it, send them a bill for a couple $1,000 for fucking inconvenience you. So everybody has to rush out and find a fucking mask that doesn't work. And you need to send them a bill so you can buy a Ryanair forced air unit to wear around. Do you guys see the Confederate monuments were removed in Arizona? No, did not.
No, I didn't hear that either, but I'm not surprised. I'm actually more surprised at how, I knew we had like one or two, but I mean, we weren't even in a part of this country at the time.
The next question on here is, I am interested in manufacturing face masks for Cerveza bug 19. What do I need to do? Well, the answer is, thanks for asking. That's a great question. It really doesn't say that. I'm just being sarcastic. It will depend on what type of mask you want to manufacture. Masks for non-medical purposes are not medical devices and therefore not regulated by the FDA. So you have to wear a mask that doesn't have to be regulated by the FDA. Therefore, a non-regulated mask can be anything, right? That's what I'm taking from it, right? But let's read on. The FDA has issued an EUA for face masks that meet certain criteria, including cloth face coverings recommended by the Center for Disease Control. During cerveza-bug public health emergency, a face mask for a medical purpose that is intended for use of source control is not labeled as a surgical mask and is not intended to provide liquid barrier protection. That means if somebody spits in the fucking air, it's going to come through the mask. Or if somebody is leaking blood and it squirts in your face, you're gonna get that, right? May be authorized under the umbrella EUA for face masks without submitting documentation to the FDA. So now any Jacobin can fucking go out and make fucking masks. And now you feel protected because you're wearing a mask that somebody made out of a fucking used t-shirt that they had in their fucking drawer forever. Makes me feel safe, doesn't it? Do you feel safer now? I'm feeling safer now.
Oh, totally. Yeah.
So, yeah, without meeting the eligibility requirements, a face mask authorized under the EUA must comply with conditions of authorization. Oh, now they have conditions of authorizations. Please note that the EUA does not authorize face masks for use as personal protective equipment. Please note that this EUA does not authorize face masks for use as PPE or personal protective equipment. What does that say? What does that say to you? That a fucking bandana is not personal protective equipment?
A lot of people are wearing bandanas for a mask. A lot of people.
I'm just saying. But if you don't wear it, what did they do to bank robbers that wore masks? I mean, did they not hype their charge up with that? I'm just being sarcastic. Really, I'm really being facetious today.
I think the only way to get rid of masks is you get enough robberies going on with the mask being worn, and we've had a few, but definitely not enough to turn any of this ship around. I don't know.
The FDA does not expect manufacturers of face masks for medical purpose that are not intended to provide liquid barriers to submit notifications to the FDA before they begin marketing their product. So if you make a mask or a barrier that doesn't provide liquid barrier protection, you don't have to submit anything to the FDA or to comply with certain regulatory requirements. Where the face mask does not create a unique risk in light of the public health emergency. Under the policy, the FDA believes face masks not intended to provide liquid barrier protection do not create such undue risk where the face mask is labeled that accurately describes the product of the face mask as opposed to a surgical mask or a filtering face piece respirator, including the list of body contacting materials, which does not include any drugs or biologics. So you can get a silver-lined mask, that's lined with antimicrobial silver or a charcoal mask is what that breaks down to. Includes recommendations.
Charcoal mask, you better be careful. You might get accused of blackface. If that's
right. There's something out there. Somebody will say something. Includes recommendations and general statements that would reduce the risk of use. For example, recommendations against use in any surgical setting or where significant exposure to liquid bodily fluid or other hazardous fluids may be expected. So I've seen EMS wearing these fucking masks, like these homemade masks. Humana's already on board with shipping out masks to their insurance people, right? So if you're on Humana, if you have Humana insurance, they send you a fucking face mask, which is super funny because whenever they printed them, they printed them somewhere that was shitty and they printed them upside down. So when you actually wear the mask the correct way, the Humana's upside down. Anyways, in the presence of high intensity heat source or flammable gas, the face masks are not intended for use, any use that would create such undue risk. For example, the labeling does not include use of for antimicrobial or antiviral protection, infection prevention or reduction, or related uses, and does not include particulate filtration claims. So that statement says that you can make a mask out of whatever the fuck you want to, as long as it doesn't provide any of that. But said mask does not include any antimicrobial, antiviral protection, infection prevention or reduction, or related uses. So a mask that doesn't have any of that you're forced to wear, or you get a $1,000 fine. Is somebody yanking my crank? Are we getting sprayed with like marijuana juice? Are they putting weed in the water? Is there CBD in the water?
No, you know what's funny is we all knew that the American public were gullible, but I don't think any of us knew how gullible they really were until this came out. Now you really see how stupid the majority of people are.
And I understand that nobody will probably see this video that's not in our group. But, yeah, come on now. Please, spread the word. Spread the word, because people need to go see this shit. Yes, people need to see this shit. Freedom for security. At what cost? There's no security wearing a mask that doesn't protect you.
And these are the same people that think TSA is a great thing that protects them every time they get on an airplane.
Yes, please check my fucking 5-year-old's diaper, because we would so want to blow up our baby. Yeah, that's so fucking cute. No, idiot. Fucks. Do you guys know the... Okay, no, we did not know, right? They did it last night. Well, in Chicago, the other night, the police arrested 12 people. Several officers were wounded, as well as protesters were sent to the hospital because they tried to take down the statue there, and the police defended it. And of course, the people that got their ass whipped for assaulting police officers were crying in the street. Oh, I got beat by a police officer. But did they say, oh, I was trying to hit him in the fucking head with a brick? No, they did not. No, they did not. So anyways, I feel like people need a reality check. Maybe we should start a reality TV show called How Fucking Stupid Are We, People?
Oh, we could have a different episode on every night.
Do seatbelts save life? Yes. Do fucking masks that people make in their basement or their kitchen table? Probably not.
Well, I mean, if nothing else, it's a good marketing scheme. We could make a good business making our own mask.
Let me rephrase that, because probably not is a lie. The article I just read to you says, open your fucking eyeballs and look at the fucking science. The FDA, the Food and Drug Administration. And I'm sure I could go find other sites like OSHA, places that are supposed to protect you with proper PPE. And I'm pretty sure they're going to say that if you're removing asbestos from a fucking house or a roof, that wearing a fucking mask made out of a t-shirt or somebody's dirty old underwear is not going to help you. I mean, I'm just saying. Whenever the FDA says does not protect you from airborne particles, no antiviral, it's not antiviral. So why the fuck am I wearing it? Good morning, armed archangel.
Hey, how you doing?
I'm just ranting about the corrupt situation that's going on. Today on the menu is let's talk shit about the face mask pandemic. The sheeple have bought into hook, line, and sinker whenever our own government says on their own government websites that they don't work. And now, if you don't wear said mask, they're going to give you a $1,000 fine. So I had to go to a medical facility today. And of course, anybody that's in my texting phone group that has my phone number knows that I've been wearing a shemagh. So I'm just doing it out of fucking assholeness. I'm not going to lie. I'm not wearing a surgical mask. I refuse to wear a surgical mask. I fucking absolutely refuse.
Right.
So I walk in. One of my children had to go to the doctor. The lady says, honey, you have to wear a mask. And I'm full shemaghed up, bro. I got it here, and I got the top pulled over, but I got my hat backwards, so I can't pull it up.
Right.
I am full Haji, right? Full Haji, right? Like I'm in the desert again.
You're just missing the camel.
I'm in the desert again, right? So the sandstorm is coming.
Right.
And she's like, the doctor won't see you unless you're wearing a mask. I'm like, I'm wearing a mask. She's like, no, you need to wear one of these. She reaches into the package with her ungloved, unsanitized hands, grabs both sides of the mask, and tries to hand it to me. And I was like, ma'am, you just touched that with unsanitized hands and contaminated it with your dirty dick beaters. I didn't say dick beaters because we're in the doctor's office. I should have, but I did not. However, she puts the mask down and scoffs. Well, the other nurse takes a picture of me, and I was like, you can take pictures all day because you can't see my face.
Right.
I love this. I love this. So, yeah, BLM is in downtown Chicago now. They're filing a lawsuit against the police union and the federal government for the troops that are all ready to come in.
Huh.
Well, look, I
Okay.
can't. I know Poison Stingy has a different opinion, but I'm telling you right now, I wouldn't go to work. My brother-in-laws both live there, and most of the cops have the blue flu. And if you don't know what that is, that's where you get sick and don't go to work. So, but I wouldn't go to work if I was sent unarmed, and was getting fucking bricks and frozen water bottles and shit thrown at me, all because I'm protecting a monument that I was told to protect. Now I understand that police relations with people are not on the best terms, and nor do I agree with all of the dumb shit that the police do, nor the militarization of the police. I would like to preface that with, but you can't throw a fucking brick at somebody and expect not to get your fucking ass beat. I don't give a fuck if you're wearing a uniform or not.
Right.
If you throw a fucking brick at me, I'm going to throw lead at you. You're lucky they are fucking police officers with some kind of restraint, because if they weren't, your ass would be a fucking puddle of fucking blood in the middle of the street. What the fuck are you thinking? I just don't understand.
They just need to get you off by yourself in a dark alley, and then they can plant something on you. That's the only issue.
Oh, they don't need to plant stuff on you. They just beat the fucking brakes off of you.
Yeah.
But you're buying into the fact that everything's racist, that statues are racist, but you also believe the government that a mask that obviously is not going to protect you, because we just read that does not protect you from viruses, is going to protect you from a virus. The fucking air around you is going to fucking kill you. You believe that, but you don't believe that
Well, yeah, because Cardi B believes in it, and whatever she believes in, I'm gonna believe in. Kind of bullshit.
Is she wearing a fucking antiviral mask? Oh,
dude, I have no fucking idea, bro. I'm just bringing up something that I know.
Oh, you can't do that with a fucking face mask on, bitch. Come on now. Only reason I know that is because that fucking Pepsi commercial.
Yeah, I don't even know that.
That was her trademark thing.
Right.
I'm also going to believe a stripper turned rapper about NBC stuff or CBRN, because strippers know everything about virus transfers, right? Right? I'm just saying. Nice, haha. Yes, they have. This is bullshit. They allow people to pull up their shirts. I would have said dick beaters too. My daughter was there and my wife was there, so I have to refrain from some profanities. But it was funny because the nurse took a picture of me, and so I'm sure I'll be YouTube famous or Instagram famous or Twitter famous or something. Anyways, so yeah, I mean, but these are registered nurses.
Yeah.
So what does that say
Getting
about
like,
what does that say about the nursing?
well, you shouldn't even think about just the nursing, dude. You lucked out with your doctor being like, oh, it's a bunch of bullshit. No, not my doctors. For me, it's mostly the nurses who called bullshit for a long time. I don't know. I haven't talked to a nurse recently, but it was the doctors who were like really saying that, you got to wear a mask all the time. You got to do this, this, and this, really selling the whole COVID thing, right? But it was the nurses who were like, yeah, we ain't really that full. And it's really not that bad. Now I think it's everybody. Everybody got the memo finally here.
Okay, well, even if that's the case, being a registered nurse, you should know about PPE, right? You should know about proper hand washing procedures. I mean, you know what I'm saying?
Oh, I know what you're saying, but they
and for a
don't.
registered nurse to hand you a fucking mask that she touched with unsanitized hands, touching both sides of it, and then wanting me to put it on my face because my shamag is not a proper face covering, even though it's probably more of a face covering than the fucking mask that you just contaminated with your dirty dick feeders.
Yeah, I know, man. I mean, I had the nurse that was wearing the mask underneath her nose, had one glove on one hand that she wasn't using because it's a pain in the ass, I guess, to use shit with a glove on your hand. So she's asking me all these questions with her nose poking out of her mask, and then wants my driver's license and my insurance card, hands it, or she takes it with her non-gloved hand and then hands it back like that too. I'm like, really? I don't buy into this bullshit anyway, but you of all people should be knowing better than that. I mean, is this the kind of scrutiny that we're gonna let our medical professionals get away with? I mean, I was really not feeling the medical professional part of that.
Right. So, a buddy of mine, many moons ago, went to get become a tattoo artist, right? And so there's some hooplas you have to go through the health department to do that, right? Well, in order to do that, he had to go to this website that I just now remembered, and you have to take a bloodborne pathogen thing, right?
Mm-hmm.
So it teaches you all the stuff to become bloodborne pathogen certified, so as not to contaminate yourself, right? So it's a pretty cool course. It does cost some money if you want to take it, but it's a certified course, and it teaches you stuff about bloodborne pathogens, fucking correct hand washing. If you sign up for their emails, they'll send you like free little fucking things you can learn about it. But anyways, that's one of the places you can learn from. But a registered nurse touch a fucking sterile, well, I can't be sterile because the bag was open, but for lack of better terminology, we'll say a non-sterile mask with her non-sterile fucking hands contaminating everything because she's touched everything on her desk.
Right.
She'd already handled her ink pen that she had handed out to 5 other people in front of us, and then handled said ink pen after they touched it with unclean hands, and then wrote on stuff, touched her keyboard, took a drink of her coffee, played with her cell phone for a few times, and then proceeded to stick her hands into the mask container and pull out the mask and tell me that the doctor won't see me without a mask, which is totally fucking mind-boggling to me that you just done that. And my wife just gives me the look like, don't. So I politely declined and then went on about my spiel, but it's just hard to believe that people are that dense and their fucking skulls have been permeated with so much concrete that they can't fucking openly think.
You gotta ask yourself though, how does it all end? How do you get them to stop doing this bullshit? I think you have to call them out. You have to call them out every chance you get and tell them how stupid they are and point out the fact that they're not doing this, and this. Because without that, I mean, is this the new normal? I mean, it's what they want, right? That's exactly what people in power want. Is this to be the new normal, to wear your mask everywhere you fucking go? And I ain't gonna have it, man. I want my fucking shit back. You know what I mean?
I mean,
that's why South Dakota's looking better and better.
there's free modules where you can go get CBRN training. Let's see. CBRN stands for chemical, biological, radiological, and nuclear. So this is covering what we're talking about. So there's federal resources you can go out and check out. Now, the federal resources, you know, they talk about all this shit. The threat of terrorism is growing a global concern. Maybe my issue is that I say fuck a lot and nobody understands that. But in the military, that's kind of what happens. And I just like the word. But anyways, maybe if I quit saying that so much, maybe people would listen. But I don't know. If you just go search CBRN training, you will find out that there's all kinds of resources for you to go check out. There's YouTube videos by the United States Army, 7th Regiment Advanced CBRN training, 2nd Regiment Basic training, and all these things start talking about exactly what we're talking about. So maybe I will send it there, and I'm sure they're more than happy not to say the F-bomb every time. However, if you go check out these places, you're going to see the extensive stuff that I'm talking about. And if you don't want to send people to my video, please send them to check out some kind of CBRN. And now they have E, of course, on the end of it, but they call it CBRN training. Send people there to look at that. Send it to everybody. Tweet it. Parlor it. Give it to your friends and family. Spread that shit like it is a holiday meal that everybody wants to fucking eat. Because that is the only way we're going to get anybody to get out of this cycle of retardation.
Right.
Do you know what it's like? I know most people are going to know what it's like to pay a ticket, $350 ticket for going 5 or 10 miles an hour over the speed limit.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Now, couple that with not working and having to pay $1,000 for a mask that doesn't protect you from the virus that they say is killing you. Mm-hmm. You don't have a job. Okay. Or if you do have a job, you're still trying to stock up on supplies because toilet paper is getting hard to find. Supplies are getting hard to find. And then on top of that, they're going to charge you $1,000 fine and a misdemeanor for not wearing a fucking mask that doesn't protect you. I mean,
there ain't no free handouts, even though you think there is with the stimulus check. They're going to take that shit back one way or the other.
I mean, would you go skydiving without a parachute?
Right.
I mean, I don't know how else to reach people. I mean, I'm trying here.
Well,
would you go to the desert without water? Would you tie a stake around your neck and play with a lion?
Some people do, bro. I mean, you can see how the stupidity is supreme in this land. Every time you go out and you see somebody walking their dog with their mask on, yep, that one bought it hook, line, and sinker.
Yeah, you're out like the air outside is going to kill you.
Yeah.
If you're out by yourself and the air outside is going to kill you, that means when you're driving in a car, you should wear your mask.
Yeah.
When you're in your home, you should wear a mask. When you're sleeping, you should wear a mask. While you're showering, you should wear a mask. Matter of fact, just don't take the mask off.
I'm sure there's some people that probably don't.
and then when you go to change the mask, what you should do is get inside of a trash bag, pull the trash bag down to your waist, breathe in and out enough till the trash bag fills up with air, take the mask off, drop it to the ground, and place the new one on after you've sanitized your hands. Then take the trash bag off of your head, and then you'll be safe. I don't know if these links are worth looking at, so I don't want to share them. I'll click on one here and see what it says. There's CBRN training. That's $49. That's at a military training software school, so nobody will probably want that one. I mean, I can give you most of that information anyways. There's federal resources. Let's click on that one. Federal resources, CBRN, chemical biological. Threat of terrorism is growing. Prevent wild respiratory protection. Oh, okay, so this one might be a good one.
Yeah.
Personal protection gear. All right. So I will put this one up. And you can share this link with your friends, family, loved ones, or wherever you want to go. Anybody that's been in the military and has been to the fucking gas chamber knows that this is a bunch of hocus pocus. I have a way to fight those tickets, and 99% of them time I'll beat them.
Yes.
Speeding tickets or the mask tickets, because I don't see how. I mean, I'm just dumbfounded. Like, you can is have we gone that far?
Yeah.
Look up COL form.
I don't think this country's coming back. The stupidity is too strong.
But it's okay to not wear a mask in, in rioting and looting and burning.
Yep.
And why is that? They don't want you to. They don't want you to. They don't want you to wear the mask, so they know. Violation warning, denial of rights under color of law. U violation warning. Name, citizen. I certify that foregoing information is true and correct. What in the hell is that? There's obviously a YouTube video. Huh. Well, we'll have to look into that. There's apparently one for child support as well. So if you're a deadbeat dad, they have a way around you paying your child support. Anyways, there's the link for the federal resources if you want to look up CBRN. Now they've added an E to it, so it used to be called NBC for all of us old people, which is nuclear, biological, chemical. It works for both. Huh. Well, look, I don't want to have to fucking do anything, because why? The FDA is telling me one thing, the CDC is telling me one thing. What was that guy you were talking about the other night? The fucking, not the Attorney General, the health guy. Shit, I'm drawing a blank here. The guy that you had on your chat, like, was watching the video of him saying that, oh, don't wear the mask, and then he was wearing a mask, and said, well, we just told you.
Fauci said that, and the attorney or the Surgeon General.
Surgeon General, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
He compared to telling you not to wear the mask back in March to, we used to prescribe leeches and cigarettes for asthmatics. I'm like, are you talking like you went from Monday to Tuesday? You went from the 1800s to the 2000s that fucking quick? Wow, dude.
So does this mean we should kill all the cats because the cats are causing the bubonic plague? Don't get that reference. All right. Some of you might get that reference. But anyways, they killed all the cats back in the bubonic plague, which made it worse because they did not know that the fleas were coming from the mice. But they killed all the cats thinking it came from the cats, and which made the population of rats and mice get larger. So, yeah, that's a good government fucking choice right there for you. I don't know, man. I'm just thoroughly disgusted with the whole thing. I can't handle it. I being that I went to school for that shit, it just amazes me. And that it amazes me that registered nurses are fucking blind.
They're not that smart. It doesn't
but they are. Like, you have to be, man.
No, you don't have to be a nurse. You just have to know what shit is. You don't have to know what it does. That's the doctor's department.
Good morning, Alpine DZ13. And you're 100% correct. You have to wear a full face respirator, which includes eye protection. And personally, my opinion would be to wear one that had a hood on it, because your ears are also, somebody could cough and get it in your ear. if it was that deadly, like if you went to sarin gas or a Bryson gas attack or something like that, you wouldn't go in with a fucking t-shirt mask, or you wouldn't go in with a half face respirator.
It's funny. Try using one of those masks during a tear gas. If you're still teary eyed, that mask ain't working.
It automatically affects the mucosal membranes.
Right,
all right.
Yeah.
So another question I brought up, we were having a family chat yesterday, and my kids are younger. Some of them are, but my oldest kids weren't there. But I ask you this: most people don't know, but wasn't it maybe a year or two ago that they were going to attack that guy? Shit, I can't remember his name. Assad. Was his name Assad? Mm-hmm. They were going to attack him. They were going to kill him and run him out of the country or kill him dead as fuck, because he sent fucking sarin gas mortars onto his own people, right? He launched a chemical attack on his own people, right? But we have China killing the fucking world, and we're not doing nothing about it. Wear a mask. Everybody's unemployed. Foods are fucking shorted. Fuck it. China gave everybody the Kung Flu, motherfucker. We're dying. Everybody's supposedly dying. And
Nobody's dying.
We haven't done a fucking thing. But let's wear a fucking mask. What in the fuck is wrong with that? Like, we're going to kill a guy that's in a fucking country that has nothing to do with us for launching sarin gas on his own people, which he didn't do, supposedly. I don't recall all the facts. I'll have to look it up. But we're going to go to war with another country because this guy launched a few fucking mortars. But when China gives the entire fucking world a fucking deadly virus that's going to kill millions of people, we'll just give you some tariffs.
The thing is, we don't actually want to do what it takes to become safe. We don't want to wear full PPE. We want to be told all you have to do is wear this little piece of paper mask and you'll be fine. And that way they all put their heads back in the sand. Oh, thank goodness. That's all I have to wear. I just have to wash my hands and wear my mask and I will be safe from the virus. And anybody who doesn't do that is totally against, my right to live, and they're trying to kill my grandma, and so they bought into this hook, line, and sinker because they're so easy to manipulate. I mean, so easy to manipulate, right? You get their favorite celebrity or the person on TV talking, this is what they need to do, and they are sold 100% because the TV wouldn't lie to us. The celebrities knows what's best, so obviously they wouldn't lie to us. And it's that mentality. They don't want to actually do what it takes. They don't want to look it up. If they actually had to look up what it takes to defeat this and the PPE they actually needed, that would scare the hell out of them. They don't want that. That's the truth. They can't handle the truth.
Well, I mean, when this all started, I don't remember if I did a video on it or I just shared it with my with you guys that have my number and stuff. But I went to not Sam's Club. I went to Lowe's and Home Depot. And what did everybody buy? The respirators, right? Everybody bought respirators and all the cartridges. They didn't buy the eye protection. They didn't buy the suits. They didn't buy the Tyvek suits. They didn't buy the gloves. Well, I guess some people bought gloves, but not the big fucking heavy duty gloves. They didn't buy the boots. I mean, just go look it up. A chemical suit. And that's exactly what you're supposed to be wearing.
Mm-hmm.
If it's as deadly as they say it is. I mean, what do they wear in a lab?
Depends on the lab, but yeah, they wear a lot more than that normally. And they have a clean room that they have to go through in order to be clean for being in the lab.
I mean, if you just go to Amazon and look up hazmat suit. Holy shit. Now, that's what you're supposed to be wearing. Oh, shit. Because guess what? If you're going into a hazardous place, that's what you should be wearing. Safety suit. Oh, no, I'm not going to click on that one. That looks like a weird. We'll go to this one because I know this is a reputable place. Enviro suit or Enviro safety products. All right. I'm in love. $999 for the Tyvek DuPont. La 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 la. DuPont Tychem 1000 level A front entry chem suit. Let's just click on that and share. Now this one, of course, you have to have a forced air breathing apparatus inside of it, which also probably cost you 10 grand. But here, everybody check out this product. You want to be safe? This is the only way to be safe. And then you have to go through the protocol of decontaminating before you go back in your house.
Mm-hmm.
Now the suit is $1,000. It's a special price right now, a deal on sale. It's on sale right now.
Nice. They can't get rid of them. They're making it a sale.
Oh no, you can't get PPE right now. You can't
but
get
this
them right
one
now.
they have a sale.
Yeah, $999.99.
There you go.
So at minimum, if you're going to be doing something like this, you need a well, I guess we don't need a caustic one because we're not going to be in acids. Oh, here's a $2.99. Oh, here's a tactical green one. Oh, it says they're out of the stock, I think. Let me check. Hold on. I'm just going to screen share this. I don't have an account open here. All right. So they don't have, it's a case of 4, but they don't have them in right now. So here is part of the suit, okay, that you would have to wear if the air was on fire like they're saying it is, just to be safe to go outside. All right. And then here's the 100% safety. Like if you really want to be if you really want to be safe, bro,
you get the neon green one.
This is it. Yo, you go to Walmart, this is the shit you need to wear, bro.
Yeah.
It has the built-in gloves, it has the built-in boots. You unzip the front here and you climb into it and zip that bitch back up. But now of course
you just need a cartoon picture or drawing of a germ, and then with a cross, or with the circle and line through it like Ghostbusters, but Germ Busters.
Mm-hmm. All right, so
this
one says exhibits excellent chemical barrier properties and offers extremely durable fabric that is puncture and tear resistant. Tychem 10,000 fabric shows at least 30 minutes of barrier protection at 322 challenged chemicals, so it will stop most chemicals for 30 minutes with no observed breakthrough. Tychem 10,000 is specifically developed for protection against toxic, corrosive gases, liquids, and solid chemicals. The high-performance chemical barrier fabric is suited for industrial, hazmat, and domestic preparedness issues. All right, well, we got a domestic preparedness issue, so they should issue these to everyone. It's made to order and has a lead time of 40 days, so you pay $1,000, and then 40 days later, they'll send it to you. There you go. You want PPE? That's PPE. A fucking T-shirt that you cut up and wrap around your face is not. Oh, here's a cheaper one, $9.29. Oh, that's a rear entry. All right, let's check this one out. How long does this one keep you safe?
Oh, you perked my interest with the whole rear entry.
Oh, come on now. Oh, I knew it would. Yeah, I knew it would. Multi-layer film barrier, laminated, durable, 2-ounce yard squared, polypropylene substrate, Tychem 5,000 fabric, strong and durable for rigorous activities. So you could have sex with this on, because that's the new way to have sex, because you can't kiss your wife anymore, or you
just gotta rub up on them with the suit.
Oh no, it's got a zipper in the front, bro. You could probably
right.
Unzip that and put your prophylactic on, and then duct tape around the prophylactic so you don't get any germs inside.
If you've ever seen Outbreak, that was a good movie with Dustin Hoffman. This is the kind of stuff that they were wearing,
Yeah, and then if you make one mistake, guess what?
Yep.
You're getting it. This one wouldn't work unless you have a full hood respirator, like a gas mask or something. But $316. Let's see if do they have a pandemic one. They should have a pandemic special going on somewhere. There's a
$300
case of 6 for $300. There you go.
Yeah.
So yeah, all right, like that's the base model. Now let's see if we can find the actual respirator that you would require. Oh, there's respirators. Dust mask. All right, let's just go through here and clarify some of these things. Today we're getting our edumacation on maybe if it's not slow. All right. So here's a box of 10. Hey, if you guys want some respirators, here you go. They're in stock right now. Better than a fucking t-shirt.
Right.
Due to Cerveza 2019, unprecedented demand has forced 3M to place respirator products on a global allocation. We are receiving rolling shipments of continuous basis and are working with our industrial, healthcare, and governmental partners to fulfill orders. Please expect a 2 to 3 month lead time on all orders.
Wow.
Huh. It's a disposable nose mask. Features adjustable nose clip, soft foam, that's comfortable to your face. Braided headband with staple-free attachment. Who the fuck would put staples in a face mask? I'm just saying. Advanced electrostatically charged microfibers, which make breathing easier and cooler. It meets NIOSH 42CF8.
So when it makes breathing easier, right? It sounds the same to me as less recoil shotgun rounds, right? Like,
yeah.
You want to get reduced recoil, but you still want double buck, and now you want to be able to breathe easier, but you still want to block a virus. You don't get to do that.
Okay, so this one here is the it's an N95, and I use these on the regular because I do what we're about ready to talk about. Applicable in grinding, sanding, sweeping, bagging, foundries, and dusty applications. So if you're grinding stuff, it's going to have large particles, right?
Right.
So I'm not sure. I believe that the Cerveza bug is 1.3 microns, and these go down to maybe 1.5, but they're designed to be used for grinding, sanding, sweeping, bagging, and using foundry and dusty applications. Okay. All right. So that offers 0 virus protection, and of course all these are the same thing. They're just different. These are the best ones to use for painting and stuff because they have the little valve, kind of like a gas mask, which allows cooler breathing. So I prefer those. That one has a nuisance level acid, so it reduces some of the smells of acid, maybe.
Does it reduce the smell of farts?
If it doesn't, you're breathing in the virus, bro.
Yep.
Just fart particles are the same size as fucking the virus, probably. I'm just saying. A carbon filter would work, probably. More so than... All right, let's go to respirators. N100. All right. Oh, they have a healthcare mask. We're going to check that one out, too. So if you really, this part separates all particles. Let's see, 2 to 3 month wait. Is efficient, 99.97% against oil and non-oil based particles. Use innovative technologies to meet your respiratory protection and comfort needs. Exhaust valve helps. Suggested applications include lead abatement, pharmaceutical manufacturing, ideal for OSHA substance-specific contaminants, including lead, MDA. Wow. So, wow, MDA. I think that's ecstasy. Anyways, arsenic, cadmium, excluding asbestos. So, the N100 or P100 does not protect you from asbestos. All right. Good to know.
All right. Armed Archangel wants to know how he can send you a document.
Post the link, bit.ly.
He can't post a link without a wrench.
Can bit.ly. Just
Really?
type it. Yeah, I think you can type it out and then put a space between the .com.
Okay. Copy paste and then a space between or leave off the .com.
Oh, they have a pandemic flu mask. Let's see what that one says. Now, this one might work if it has antimicrobial, antiviral stuff built into it. Effective against bird flu, swine flu, common cold, tuberculosis, and more. Two-way protection for up to 24 hours. Kills viruses and bacteria on contact. This one will work. Holy fuck, there's actually a mask that works. Looking for an effective flu mask. These pandemic masks not only protect from flu viruses, but they kill them, as well as regular N95 flu masks only tested to block particle. The regular N95 flu masks are only tested to block particles from entering the mask. Safe to breathe flu masks are designed to block germs and effectively destroy the viruses and bacteria on contact. Now you can stop worrying about cross-contamination, which nobody's worried about. Nobody even knows what the fuck that is.
Nope.
The pandemic flu mask makes bidirectional protection that is designed to eliminate cross-contamination when exhaling. Flu mask features 7-layer construction, crushing a 3-layer industry standard, and repels airborne moisture and filter particles, blood, bacteria, and viruses. The pandemic flu mask has been proven to block 99% of particles that have been tested to destroy microorganisms for up to 24 hours. So these are used for poultry workers, first responders, government, airlines, daycare, mass transit. Okay, so apparently they have something in these that kills it, like the antiviral Kleenex. So they must, of course, they're not going to tell you what's in them because then somebody else will be able to make them. So this one is definitely, if you're interested in it and you're really concerned over the fucking stuff, these would be the ones I would go after. Of course, like I said, they're not going to tell you anything. I'm sorry, guys and gals. I'm off on. I will just wear some of my ladies' panties. Yeah, I've seen that. I've seen that in the store. The one guy I seen in the store, he was wearing a like a pair of men's underwear, but it looked like a an elephant. You know that you put your your lingam in. Yeah. Positive air supply. Yep, you got to have that. Ryanair was the one we used to use. You need suits like that in strip clubs. And right on, brother. Right on. Yeah, you got to wash off with bleach after you leave those places. N95 protects against particles 0.3 microns, but the virus is 0.125. Okay, they're practically useless. Right, because it's a false sense of security.
Yeah, but you can't tell them that they need eye protection. You can't. Well, I mean, some people are wearing the safety goggles now, which don't protect shit. But it's like if you were to tell them what you actually need to do to be safe, it would blow their brains up, man. They don't know how to handle that. They can handle only so much. They can do the eyes and the mask, but don't tell them that they're spreading the virus when they touch their mask, or if they reuse their mask multiple times, or if they're touching all sorts of things with their hands and then they touch their cell phone, that's all contaminated. Oh my goodness, you would blow their little brains up, bro.
Yeah, right, because nobody wants to hear that, right? I feel safe because I wore a mask, even though I put that mask in my pocket with my phone, and then I took it out and put it back on when I went in the store. Just think of chicken. Think of chicken. When you're handling chicken, it's kind of the same concept.
You know how many people don't cook, though, nowadays? There's a lot of people that have no idea how to prepare chicken. Those are the people that are definitely wearing the mask everywhere they go.
Most of the spread of the virus is attaching to the water vapor, which is much bigger. Virus attaches to the water vapor over being straight virus. Yeah. And it's also most of the articles that I've read that are worth reading also say that it's a viral load that you take in. So the more that you're around people and the more viral load you take in, the worse it can be. So if you are a doctor, a nurse or something, then yes, a mask that obviously has a viral protection rating, not some fucking piece of shit mask that's made from a t-shirt or a piece of cloth, is going to work. So I think that's a big thing too. But yeah, it's definitely not just the virus floating around. It has to attach itself to something because it would die. So this is why masks work. The virus can lay on the surface, so the water vapor evaporates off. Yet human-to-human contact via breathing is due to it attaching to breathing with the water vapor. Well, yeah, because when you cough, it comes out with water vapor, right? When you breathe, you exhale water. Right. Good points. What percentage doesn't attach to water vapor? How much exposure does one need to expose before they get infected? I don't know. I have to find those papers that I was reading. I have antiviral masks that I've ordered before the pandemic with activated charcoal inside, which will hold the virus. And there's the link to the masks. Anyone breathing with a virus is passing it while it was attached to water vapor. It's on the surface. Most likely it's smaller, but you won't breathe that in. Yeah, but if somebody coughs and you walk through this, their sputum while it's still floating around, it's going to get in your eyes. Don't matter if you got a fucking mask on or not. But.
Or if they touch their mouth to adjust their mask, and now they touch something that they hand to you that's on their hand, it's on your hand. Now you touch your mouth, you touch your mask, boom, you got it.
Yeah, I mean, if you're digging in your nose, and then you touch a door handle, and you didn't decontaminate your hand underneath your fingernail and scrub all the way up to your elbows, then guess what?
Seriously, what? Next time you go out to a place where there's a lot of masks, watch the people. Watch how many times they touch their face or adjust their mask. It is amazing. It's almost mesmerizing. Yeah, it's almost mesmerizing watching these fools touching their mask all day long. I mean, not even just a little bit, not here and there, like all the fucking time. Either they're trying to get it under their nose so they can breathe better, or they're moving it around, or they got an itch under their face because it's on your face, so obviously it's going to make you want to scratch or touch your face to readjust it. Are they washing their hands every time they do that? No, they are not.
All right. So here is the fantabulous air purifying respirators that I was talking about, the PAPR. So if you get the suit, you got to get one of these. Check that out. So $999.99 for the suit. $1,119.99 for the fucking pepper. The papper. And then, oh, look at that. You can get the organic filters for $5.60. Huh. There you go. That's acid vapor, so you probably don't need that one. But you can get this case of high-efficiency particulate ones for $2.28. You could actually probably get those and make what the hell's that stuff called? Where people make masks and shit out of old tools and parts and stuff. Come on, thanks. Steampunk. You can make a steampunk mask. That'd be cool. Case of 6, $7.38. So there you go. I don't know what the longevity of these are, but maybe able to use them for 24 hours if you're in a hot situation. Protects against ammonia, formaldehyde, methylamine, chlorine, hydrogen chloride, sulfur dioxide, chlorine dioxide, and hydrogen fluoride. That one's probably a little too much. Let's go back and check out that other one. This one's a little cheaper. Let's see if it'll protect you against flus and viruses. All right, this one here. Anytime you want to load there. High efficiency particulate absolute HEPA filter. It'll see, it says 0.3 micron aerosol. So I think that's what we were talking about earlier. So this should catch it and stop it, if I remember that correctly. Alpine posted up. Scroll back up here, or maybe it was Anonymous American. N95 protects against 0.3 microns, but the virus is 0.7.125 microns. Also, that one wouldn't protect against it. All right, well, I stand corrected. Eyes are the problem. Yep, because your eyes are mucosal membranes as well. What's the current death rate? If the virus was deadly, as they say, it would be a lot higher. That's very true.
It depends on what state you're in, and if they're trying to make it higher or not.
I think you were covering that last night as well. The guy in
Yeah.
Tennessee was supposedly tested positive, but was never tested. But because
Exactly.
people in his workplace were tested, and they were
Yeah.
tested. There you go. BillSt.Clair.com, 1983 notice PDF. All right. I'll have to copy that and check that out. You want me to cover it now? Nothing better to fight the virus than antibodies, right? And that's exactly what I'm like. I have that scrolling across the screen all the time. The doctor that we were at today, he said vitamin D3. You need that.
Yeah.
That's the best thing. And then I, of course, I asked them all, what about the ZMA stuff that I take? Zinc, magnesium, and vitamin B6, I think it is. And he's like, yeah. He goes, zinc has always been, used for cold and flu and stuff. So, and then of course magnesium has good properties. You need those vitamins and minerals anyways. And look up Title 42 Public Health Form and Welfare. Nothing better to fight virus. Okay.
All right, I'm going to provide the link without the
Okay, go ahead.
spaces. So that should pop up in the chat. So it's
All
easier to click if you want to do that.
We had a family who found out their daughter was listed as having the virus, but she didn't, and it was reported in 2 counties over from a doctor they'd been to. They called out the doctor. Well, yeah, you have to. I mean, what? They probably got paid for that too. So, like, if they claimed that girl was tested there, they probably got a fat ass check, a couple grand check from the government, because they put their life at risk. The heroes were working for us. I don't know if that's going around where you're at. Healthcare heroes.
Yeah. So the guy,
and they are to a certain extent. The doctors and shit that are there every day, fucking fighting with other things. But if you're lying to your fucking people, you're not a fucking hero. So just saying.
All right. Yeah. Everybody likes to be called a hero, don't they? That's why I called them medical professionals when they were booger picking and handing my shit back. To Anonymous American, yeah, I covered it last night. It's a guy in Tennessee, I believe, who, yeah, his buddy at work, I guess, tested positive, right? And so they're calling him originally to do contact tracing. At least that's what he thought. When they called him, he's like, well, I guess they're going to contact trace. But no, they said, nope, you've tested positive, and you're going to have to do this, and this. And he's like, no, I have not, because I've never been tested. And they proceeded to reiterate the point that he had been tested and he had come up positive like 3 or 4 times. And now they're looking into the situation now that he brought it to the news attention, and, it's gotten a little bit more attention than that.
All right, Alpine, have a great day. Thanks for checking in. Yeah, so let's scroll back over here. People need to go and look at this. Like, if you don't have anything but time on your hands, sitting at home worrying about if you're going to die from some fucking virus that they do or don't know what it's about, you should be doing testing.
Right.
You should not be testing. You should be doing research. Because if somebody's telling you to jump out of a plane without a parachute and you'll bounce and make it, I don't think I'd believe that. So I'm just saying. Respirator qualification fit test kit. Oh, that one says sweet.
But we have to believe our medical professionals, especially Fauci and the World Health Organization. They know what's best. They originally come out and tell us that masks don't work, but now they say masks do work. So obviously, that was back in the day when they prescribed cigarettes for asthmatics and gave out leeches. Now we're much more enlightened. 3 months later.
Leeches really still work, though. They still do that, and alternative medicine.
Yeah, especially with infections and stuff. And
there are some theories that cigarettes do work for asthmatics, but the long-term damage is worse because they do. What are they called? Mentholated cigarettes. What are they called? Menthols. Yeah. They do open up the lungs. Some long distance runners smoke them, and they don't smoke any other time. But they'll smoke them before a
I
run.
did enjoy the menthols here and there. Those were nice. Back in the day when I used to smoke. I don't know, man. I got to pick up a whole bunch of ices after all this shit goes down. I'm thinking I might start chewing.
Uh-oh. Don't do that.
Yeah.
Okay,
Gotta
so they
do
do have the
something.
half face respirator masks. Look at that. That's pretty cool. $144. That would work with this respirator.
Mm.
It does cover your face. It has a hood, so that would meet my requirements.
Right.
There you go. $67. Hood with collar. Those would work. But if people really have to get into, look at that. Remember that thing I was telling you about the paintball mask? There you go. That's a vent that blows air inside the mask.
Right on.
I need to get a affiliate link to this place real quick. But yeah. VersaFlow, organic vapor compound filter. Yeah. All right. Well, enough of that. Anyways, I think I provided that link. Let me check. I provided that link, right? If you want to go check that stuff out. Yeah, she was never tested once, but it was on the list of infected. I find it funny. It wasn't even in the county she lives in by the doctor that never saw her, and it was in the official numbers. Well, yeah. Because they're getting paid for it.
Yep.
I mean, just look. If you're getting $1,500 per every case, shit, go to the yearbook, go to the school, get a school roster, and put everybody on that shit. Yep, we tested them. Yep, they're positive. Nope, they're not. Let me get my $1,500, government.
Yeah.
The corruption.
And
over
where's
money.
that money going? It's not
In the
going to
doctor's
the
pocket.
hospitals because they don't need. Yeah, they don't need to put that money towards actual things because it's not actually going on. So it's very easy. Yeah. Okay. Well, that goes in the pocket. And you don't have anybody complaining because nobody's there with the virus saying, "Hey, I didn't get a bed."
Well, in that case, it would be the doctor because it sounds like it's a private practice. But, hospital, they're going to get the kickback for it. All the execs and stuff of the hospital. $1K fine. Yeah. Hey, what's up, Saints? Yep, that's the new norm. I don't like to use CNN because I get called a disgrace.
Still salty about that one, right?
Yeah, still gonna kick the fucking shit out of that dude. But anyways,
he disappeared, man.
CNN has a map. Well, because I think he was a little smoke blower. But anyways, let's see, face mask map. Let's check that out. See if we can find that. I think the Clinton News Network has it posted up. Yes, they do, and I will share that. Let's see. Did I share that? Yep, there we go. Here is a map of all the states that are charging $1,000 fine. So we got Washington, Oregon, Nevada, Cali, California, Montana, Minnesota, Colorado, Kansas, New Mexico, Texas, Hawaii. Hawaii Volcano Squad better be hiding in this jungle retreat because they're going to charge him $1,000 because he's not going to wear it. Arkansas, Louisiana, Alabama, Illinois, Michigan, Indiana, Kentucky, Ohio, West Virginia, Virginia, North Carolina, Maryland.
Wisconsin's going to be,
yeah. PA, New York, Maine, Maryland, Rhode Island, Connecticut, New Jersey, Delaware, D.C., the District of
Montana.
Criminals.
I'm surprised by Montana. I really am. I mean, that's cattle country up there. That's crazy.
Yep. These are the states requiring people to wear masks in public.
Wow.
Anyways, I don't like to use the Clinton News Network very often because,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, no.
Somebody's salty.
Yeah, no. Yeah. So the news article that actually says that you're going to get the $1,000 fine, I found that on the Drudge this morning. Well, now they've changed it. Russia's testing anti-satellite weapon in space as we speak. So that's the new headline up there. If anybody's interested in that. Let's see. Anonymous American says Okay, gotta go. Put the kids down for a nap. If you're
Mhm.
still on, I'll be back. All right. Yep, it's us two. Here's the link to the new Space Command Russian killing machines going to blow up satellites in space. Judge orders Michael Cohen release citing retaliation over upcoming tell-all book. I don't know what that's about. Nah, I can't find the link.
President Trump stuff. Yeah.
No end in sight, says Fauci. It's a perfect storm. U.S. is
That
nearing the
guy.
peak level of hospitalizations. 2,000 new cerveza bug cases every hour.
Mm.
13 nuns die in Michigan convent. It went through like a wildfire. Florida whistleblower says this was inevitable. Well, yeah, no shit. It's a flu. Everybody's gonna get it. State reports most deaths in a day. Labs buckle amid testing surge. Very few school openings. Bill Gates warns multiple. Oh, Bill Gates says, "Hey, I'm gonna have to give you multiple vaccine doses." Imagine that.
Yeah. Well, don't you remember that, you lose your antibodies within a few months or something like that? So, how you get the flu shot every year? This one, you're going to get the flu shot every 3 months.
Not happening, bruh.
Yeah.
Not happening. Apparently, somebody broke in Ivanka Trump's home, or was outside of her home, and was seized by the Secret Service. I can't find the damn article now. They took it down. Or they moved it somewhere I can't find it real quick. Anyways, but that was the top headline this morning. So hence the title of today's conversation.
Right.
Because I wanted to talk about it because it's truly fucking repulsive that they're telling you to wear some fucking shit that you can't prove works. The FDA says it doesn't. Man, oh man.
Yeah.
AOC repeats fucking bitch while accusing GOP representative during wild House floor speech. Must we forget that we got planes flew into a few towers somewhere in some state up north?
Some people did something some time ago.
Yeah, I'm just saying. And especially, whenever you marry your own brother to get free money from the government. I mean, I'm just saying. It's all a scam. It's all a scam. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Oh, there's also a good article that says diets rich in beans, lentils, and nuts linked to lower risk of early death. Well, yeah, beans. The more you eat, the more you fart. Something like that. How's it go?
Something like that.
Beans, good for the heart. The more you eat, the more you fart. There you go. Second wave is hit. They still have the sick map up in America. Let me check that one out. See what the new numbers are today.
By the way, while you're doing that, let me go ahead and drop a link for those who are still interested in getting into precious metals or silver. In fact, if you haven't done this yet, Irish, you might be interested. But you remember them old silver at spot deals?
Mm-hmm.
One of them's in stock. Unfortunately, it's the one I already did, and there's only one per family or one per address. So.
Oh yeah.
I mean, right now silver's like almost $23 an ounce, so it's up there, but it's about the best deal you're going to find in these trying times if you're interested in picking up an extra 10 ounces. And of course, if you have multiple addresses or family members, you can get more than one.
California counties are doing it. Massachusetts counties are doing it. Some of them are only issuing a $30 fine. Fines for not wearing a mask in D.C. is $1,000 in jail times. I can't. Now Shoe approves mask mandate. Well, of course they make masks. Fucking idiots.
What's up, Tone?
Governor Abbott. Isn't that your governor?
Mine? No. Our governor is Doug Ducey. Ducey, but I call him Ducey.
Yeah, everybody's starting to issue $1,000. So you're gonna take people that can't afford to fucking live right now and give them a fucking $1,000 fine.
Yeah.
For something that does not protect them or protect the people around them.
Well, they have to, man. They have to make their money back. They've been giving out free money. They're losing money too. The people in power, because they can't justify all their businesses staying open during the pandemic.
Well, they can't justify closing things down. That's why.
Yeah.
They getting that stimulus back. Yeah. Well, that's it. Cause we talked about that before, Saints. They're going to have to get it back somewhere, right? And how are they going to get it back? Well, we're just going to take it back by mandating something that does not work at all. 100%.
Well, not only that, but in Texas, not only are they fining you $1,000 if you're not wearing your mask, but they're also they don't have a sales tax, right? Everybody's like, oh, they don't have a sales tax. Great. So, first of all, your property tax is higher in Texas than it is in a lot of other places. And to pay for all the shit that's going on through all this C-19 bullshit, they're going to raise property taxes by 35% to pay back all the money that you got for free. Not to mention the $1,000 fine for not wearing your mask. Yeah. Land of the free, baby. Home of the brave.
So, breakdown of cases. Total cases in the United States is 400,255. Total deaths, 4,255,000. Total deaths are 143,377. That's 44 deaths per 100,000 people. California is currently at 8,050 deaths, 421,506 total cases. New York, 413,526 cases and 32,228 deaths. Well, they're stacked on top of each other, so.
Well, what's hilarious is they're going back and forth. California and New York are both vying for the most confirmed cases, right? But California has more cases right now, but less deaths, and New York has more deaths but less cases. It's kind of funny. You get paid for a positive test, and you get paid if you put them on a ventilator, and you get paid even more if they die. So follow the money. There's a reason why they're having such inflated numbers in New York and California.
And then somewhere I read, let me see if I can find it. The reason why some people were dying on the respirators because they were bursting their lungs.
Once again, I don't know anybody who died of this virus. And I don't buy when they say a certain amount of people have died. I'm not buying it no more. I don't buy the official story on anything anymore. Why the hell would I trust them to give me the truth on anything? You tell me 100 million people die, I don't believe you. Not unless I go outside and see people dropping on the floor. Do you remember when this first lit up? We were talking about people in China falling in the middle of the street, dying in the middle of the street from this virus. Have you seen that shit here in America? No, you have not. Because it's fake fucking news. You're going to tell them, I don't care how many people you said died from this. I don't buy a bullshit. I say nobody's died of this COVID. I haven't seen a damn person. I don't even know if it's true. We have one person that comes into our chat once in a while that says that he's had it. Okay, I don't know him personally. Maybe he's truthful. Maybe there is a virus. I'm willing to say, okay, there's a C-19 virus out there. But tell me one person who's died that you can prove that isn't just a government conspiracy on that. They get paid a lot of money for everybody who supposedly dies of this thing, and they count car accidents. George Floyd was counted as a COVID death because he came out positive.
Yeah, which we all know is not the case. Experts estimate that between 40 to 50% of patients die after going on ventilation, regardless of underlying conditions. Huh. Interesting. So 50% of people die if they go on a 40, let's say a conservative number, because it says 40 and 50%, between 40 and 50. So we'll say 40% of people that go on the respirators die. So that, and that article's still up. You can see it right there. So that's saying that if you get put on a respirator for any reason, that you're more than likely going to die. Clark County, Nevada is not even going back to school. They're doing virtual classes. Yeah.
Well, that's probably a good thing in a way. I mean, you need to stop indoctrinating your children in the public education system.
Well, I mean, it's good because it's good for some people. Some people just want to send their kids off and let the school raise them.
It's good for everybody, even the ones that don't think it's good for them, dude. Seriously, I mean, these people have no idea when it comes to the virus or the proper PPE. They really don't know what the hell's going on in school. So even though they might not appreciate it, it's actually good for them. It's like a good spanking.
If you have cerveza bug, are you immune now? If you've had it before, are you immune now? Let's check out that article. How do we become immune? Well, you got to get it first, right? Like chickenpox. I had chickenpox, and now
we used to have chickenpox parties.
Yeah, you take it. We went to our cousin's house when they had it. We got.
That's right.
Because so many people who have had cerveza bug have mild or no symptom antibody test. May be the way to find out. How
mild or no symptoms. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So many people, basically, because many people. The hope is the people who have been exposed to the new cerveza bug will have immunity to it. When you have immunity, your body can recognize and fight it off. But it's possible. Why does it keep jumping around? That people who have had cerveza bug 19 can get sick again. Well, if it's a flu, you can get the flu every year. If you don't wash your fucking hands, you touch everything and put your fucking hands in your mouth, lick ketchup off your fingers. We don't have information on that. When germs enter the body, your immune system springs into action. Bacteria and viruses like the one that causes cerveza bug have proteins and antigens on their surfaces. Each of the germ has its own unique antigen. White blood cells of your immune system make proteins called antibodies to fight the antigen. Antibodies attach the antigens the way a key fits into a lock and destroy the invading germ. Once you've been exposed to a virus, your body makes memory cells. If you're exposed to the same virus again, those cells recognize it. They tell your immune system to make the antibodies to fight against it. Vaccines work much in the same way. So look, if you've ever had the flu or cerveza bug, you don't need a vaccine. Why? Because you've already had it and your body has made memory cells. Wow, we're learning here. We're cooking. And see, you thought we just ate the crayons. We're drawing with them here. We should draw pictures with crayons so people can understand. They expose your body to an antigen that trains your immune system to fight the germ in the future because vaccines contain weakened or killed versions of the virus. I don't know how a killed version of the virus would help, but okay, I'm not an epidemiologist. You become immune without getting sick. So if you get the vaccine, it works, or if you get the actual virus, your body fights it and kills it. There we go. And masks don't work when you make them out of a fucking t-shirt. Just saying.
Yep.
Just saying. Tactical Tony, they still get their daily dose. Sheesh. What am I sheeshing about? Hashish? Because Tony's on here? Are we talking about hashish because Tony's on here?
I think he was talking about the daily dose if they're online. I don't know, man.
Have a great day, Armed Archangel. Be safe. Godspeed, brother. Safe out there. Stay frosty. My worst problem on my plate is some guests acting like kids here at the resort. That's about the height of the excitement. Well, yeah, you're going to have idiots. Just remember back when you were young, Tony.
Like 5 years ago, young.
Remember when you were in Vegas drinking Four Loko going wild on the motherfucking live, Tony?
Mm-hmm.
I just drank 4 of these Four Locos and...
Yeah.
Oh,
Good
the good old
times.
days. The good old days of Tactical Tony and his random 3 a.m. fucking chats.
Mm-hmm.
Hey guys, I can't figure this out. Did he fall asleep? Who fell asleep on us one time in a live chat?
Well, I know
Besides
Kansas
Kansas.
did. Yeah, he did it all the
Yeah.
time.
Somebody else got wasted on us. Shit.
Oh yeah.
John Solar. John Solar fucking passed out in the chair one night. That was a good one. And I'm pretty sure Tony passed out on us and one night too. And I think that was
Yeah.
one of the Four Loco nights. Yep. Tactical Cone, killing it with the Four Locos. They're like 99 cents, bro.
It's hilarious.
I love you, Tone. No homo. All right, let's shut this screen share off. Oh yeah. So let me see it. Let me close out that coronavirus. I said it. Damn it.
Yeah, I already said
Chart.
it once too, so that's at least twice.
We're done. We're done.
Yeah.
So let's check out this anti-satellite thing since I talked about that briefly. It's hard screen sharing stuff because, you know, the internet's super slow.
Right.
All right, let me try that again. So, yeah, let me see here. What do we think about the dog first aid kit? Anybody interested in that, or is that a waste of time?
I think it's interesting. I mean, my dog's not usually in the line of fire of anything, so. But I think it's decent, yeah.
Well, I mean, it's just generalized.
Well, I've been really trying to get into the whole medical issue stuff lately because, you know, you go to the hospital enough and you see the ineptitude there and you're like, yeah, I think I could YouTube this and be a lot smarter than they are. You know, I learned how to put a gun together on YouTube. Why can't I learn how to put myself back together on YouTube? All right. Not to mention I want to have a med kit anyway. So I don't know. I'm learning a lot. I'm trying to learn a lot. So yeah.
Yeah, those videos are coming too. You just have to. They're scheduled. Yeah. Let me. You're gonna see them first because you're a Patreon, but as soon as they finish uploading, you have early access to them. Anyways, all the Patreons have early access to them days before. So yeah, there's the link to the satellite thing. I think, did I post a link? No, I didn't post a link. Sheesh. Copy that. They secretly tested a shoot down your satellite system.
I want to touch on something real quick, if you don't mind. Hopefully you're not into that already. I was reading this Bill's tclaire.com thing that we had Armed Archangel give us a link for. It's very interesting. It says this would include violating an individual's right to travel, his right to work, his right to peacefully assemble, his right to practice his religion of choice, and this one right here, his right to engage in business and so on. I'm thinking that this form COL would also apply to businesses who are being told to shut down because they're not essential, or being told that they have to force their Patreons to wear masks. Could you not then file a COL on that and then list that as your right to engage in business and so on?
Could very well be.
I'm gonna talk about this tonight, I think, for sure.
Ooh. Hot topic.
So if Archangel's still here, I don't think he is, but thank you for that.
Oh, so apparently this Russian satellite, which was earlier this year looming close to an American satellite, Space Command said that Russia released this object in proximity to another Russian satellite. Its threatening action was similar to on-orbit activity conducted in Russia by Russia in 2017, and inconsistent with the system's stated mission as an inspector satellite. The Russian satellite system used to conduct the on-orbit weapons test is the same satellite system that raised concerns about earlier this year when Russia maneuvered near a U.S. government satellite, said General John J. Raymond, commander of the U.S. Space Force and Chief Space Command. So there we go. They are putting in a press release, U.S. Space Command said its researchers have evidence that Russia conducted a non-destructive test of a space-based anti-satellite weapon on July 15th. Russia injected a new object into orbit from Cosmos 2543. Experts said the Kremlin's military push to use weapons in space puts U.S. and allied assets at serious risk. So the link's there. So that's why we have the Space Force now, because, yep, back to dysfunctional friends, right? I don't quite understand why we have to bolster like that, because all you need is one EMP weapon to wipe out every fucking thing, and China's already developed that technology. So why Russia would? Yeah, whatever. You were drinking scotch the night you passed out. Tactical tone. Oh shit. You see Space Force's symbol in Star Trek meets shit. I mean, space-based weapons have been talked about for many years. I think Popular Mechanics put out an article a couple years ago, and then I reposted the article a couple chats back about the tungsten rods that they could launch from a space-based weapon, which would cause decimating effects worse than a nuclear bomb with no radiological fallout. So, I mean, they're definitely looking into the space-based weapons, which takes them off-world, and then it becomes well, what is that covered by? Because space is nobody's land, right? So who would be responsible if somebody dropped a 6,000-pound tungsten rod into the Kremlin or the White House, or you know what I'm saying? Who would be responsible for it? Because I mean, it's not it's a international area, right? I mean, I guess it's. Are we gonna?
Well, I
is
mean,
that why we
if
have
you could,
Space
if
Force? Are
you
we
could
gonna patrol
prove,
space?
if you could prove that their intent, like they're the ones that launched it, and that was their intent the whole time, then yeah, I would imagine it'd be easy enough to say, "Fuck you, we're going to war." But if it was already up there and it just fell out of the sky, yeah, and you couldn't prove that they meant to do it. No, I don't think so.
What happens if somebody hacks it and accidentally launches it? Oops! Somebody hacked that and dropped a 6,000-pound tungsten rod. Where did I find that at? I gotta repost that now. Was it? Russia conducts space-based weapons. Space Force accuses Russia of unprecedented. Let's see if this one's it. I think I found it in Popular Mechanics, to be honest, but starships, kinetic rods. Here we go. Imagine a huge metal rod falling from space and penetrating the Earth in the middle of a city, potentially with an earthquake falling soon thereafter. Rods of God has long been speculated as a highly effective means of attacking opposing force from space. Kinetic rods do not require an explosive or any other type of payload to be attached. Their energy does the job with ease. Due to the tiny radar profile, high density, and immense terminal velocity of the objects, kinetic rods pose a significant threat to any target that could be used against, essentially allowing superior force to drive the projectile into a bunker or other heavily reinforced structure at will, hence the name Rods of God. And this is not the same article, but they're made out of tungsten, and I think they were like 6,000 pounds a piece.
Jesus.
Yeah. Well, let me drop that bitch out of space. Hopefully no crosswinds catch it and take it, Let me see. We'll see if we can find the article. Rods of God. That's great. So now you got to worry about planes falling out of the sky, and somebody accidentally dropping a fucking 6,000-pound tungsten rod. Oh yeah, it was in Popular Science or Popular Mechanics. This one's Popular Science, but here's the article to that. Let me see here. So yeah. Let's see. Still drinking scotch. Says Tony. My bad, laugh out loud. Hick Billy. Outer space. G.I. Joe was based on a real weapon. Denise giant rod hitting the earth. G.I. Joe was based on a real weapon. Dense giant rods hitting earth at supersonic speeds. He said rod. He said butt. Are you drinking scotch right now too, Tony? Oh shit. It's like the ocean. International, unlike Antarctica, only the privy get to go there. You can legally go to Antarctica by law from any country. Wonder why? Well, I know, but most don't. You can't legally. Well, that's where the secret undercover bases are, and the Yeti. Those aren't polar bears; those are Yeti. But anyways, there's the Popular Science version of it. Come on. Technology went way. This was in 2004 when this article was out. So, I was reading Popular Science.
You can't legally go to Antarctica by law from any country. Yeah, that is kind of curious why that is.
Yeah, flat earthers really like that topic.
Yeah, I bet they do.
One functions as a targeting and communication platform, while the other carries numerous tungsten rods up to 20 feet in length and a foot in diameter. They can drop it on a target in less than 15 minutes notice. When instructed from the ground, the targeting satellite commands in partner to drop one of its darts. The guide rod enter the atmosphere protected by a thermal coating traveling 36,000 feet per second, comparable to the speed of a meteor. The result, complete devastation of the target, even if it's buried deep underground. The two-platform configuration permits the weapon to be reloaded by just launching a new set of rods rather than replacing the entire system. The concept of kinetic energy weapons has been around ever since the RAND Corporation proposed placing rods on the tips of ICBMs in the 1950s. The satellite twist was popularized by sci-fi writer Jerry Pournelle through the Pentagon, who won't say how far along the research is or even confirm that the efforts are underway. The concept persists. The U.S. Air Force Transformation Flight Plan, published by the Air Force in November 2003, references hypervelocity rod bundles in its outline for future space-based weapons. And in 2002, another report from RAND, Space Weapons Earth Wars, dedicated an entire section to the technology usefulness. If so-called rods of God, an informal nickname and untraceable origin, ever do materialize, it won't be for at least 15 years. So that was in 2004. So, what, 2020? Yeah.
16 years?
Yeah, we're there. We're there, so they got them. Yay! Launching heavy tungsten rods into space will require substantially cheaper rocket technology than we have today, but there are numerous other obstacles making such a system work. Pike at globalsecurity.org argues that the rod's speed would be so high that it would likely vaporize on impact before the rods could penetrate the surface. Yeah, I don't want to find out. A tungsten rod that's a foot wide, yeah. The rods are just one of the world's spookiest weapons. And this is 2004, bro.
Mm-hmm.
The atomic bomb. Project X-ray, in the few years before World War II, the plan was conceived by a Pennsylvania dental surgeon to strap tiny incendiary devices to bats and then drop them by thousands over Japanese cities. Wow, imagine that. We're still using bats. MK Ultra, of course, everybody knows about that. If you don't, the Stargate project, which was a move to we moved the spooky to kooky when operation began in the military intelligence program in the 1970s called the Stargate project. While it aims may have been scientific underpinning his attempt to bring qualifiable measurements of clairvoyance. Yeah, okay. The corner shot was also developed.
Right.
William Prescott readied his men at the battlefield of Bunker Hill with a few famous words: "Do not fire until you see the whites of their eyes." Fortunately, his men were fighting the American Revolution and not the modern battlefield against the corner shot, a weapon designed specifically so that the enemy will never see your eyes. A miniature camera, an LCD screen sub in the gunner's eyes in front of the rifle is held and bends around corners in order to shoot targets without the operator having to come out into the open. There's a
Yeah, the
semi-automatic.
cover shot's been around for a while. It's just a pistol on a rotating piece that has a sight that's with a camera, so that you can see through the camera.
The Navy has been trading bottlenose dolphins since the late 1980s to patrol and protect warships and hunt for mines. I'll be damned. The gay bomb. Oh my god.
The gay bomb?
There's such a thing. Title: Harassing, annoying the bad guy, identifying chemicals. Type of efforts proposed by the right laboratory. Capability sought and uses within Category 3, chemicals that affect the human behavior so that the discipline and morale of the enemy units is adversely affected. One distractful but completed non-lethal example would be strong aphrodisiacs, especially if the chemical has also caused homosexual behavior. Another example would be a chemical that made personnel very sensitive to sunlight. The gay bomb. It was apparently a $7.5 million cost, including a flatulence bomb, which would make stink so badly the enemy would come out of their hiding places. The halitosis bomb, which would plague soldiers with bad breath. But the coup de grace was the bomb, now colloquially called as the gay bomb, using hypothetical aphrodisiacs of remarkable potency to bomb. Damn, I can't read today. The bomb would spray the enemy with the substance that was quite literally turn them gay, causing soldiers to become irresistibly attracted to one another, and one can only assume forget where the process they were being bombed. The trophy active defense system. That's another thing. Tanks are frightening machines, but this one was highly sophisticated radar networks. I think the Israeli already came out with that. The ADS is capable of tracking multiple targets in nearly any direction, rendering tanks and equipment nearly bulletproof. That one is defenseupdate.com. Metalstorm. Metalstorm is an Australian-based company that has been developing a line of weapons which are stacked projectiles, so kind of like fletchets. Oh, that's good. Cyborg moths. Pupil stage insertion and successful emergence. The microsystem platform is held with tweezers to show the wing opening of the moth. The X-ray image, the dotted image, probes are inserted into the dorsal ventral and the dorsal longinal flight muscles. CT images show the high absorbance. So they're putting shit into moths in the night, or let's see, at least 2004. Implanted chips in cockroaches and rats, allowing humans to drive the animals like joysticks. Of course, we know the Navy has a railgun. The puke flashlight. Holy shit. I'll just put the link up there. This is probably going to go on forever. You guys can check this out if you want to. It's a fascinating read from 2004. And like I said, I read it. I thought it was a couple years ago. Like the Hellfire Ninja missile chops up the target, no boom. I'm more worried about the government rods coming for Patriot bums, right? Mm-hmm. Now imagine rods the size of nuclear subs slamming in cities. Supposedly we have tungsten rod weapon that big, some say. Well, I don't doubt it. All you have to do is go to the government website where they source materials, and you can see what they're doing. That's how everybody found out about them buying jacketed hollow points, because they put in requisitions to acquire stuff. Gay bomb, AK being the Navy ship, too long for men. No, an actual gay bomb.
In
I'll
the
see. Hold on.
Navy.
I passed up a whole bunch of stuff here. Like the new. Okay, got that. I was worried about the government rods. Now imagine rods. Yeah, of course. Well, the fucking a foot wide rod coming from outer space at 36,000 miles an hour, whatever it said. Dolphins were used in the Navy. Oh, it started raining. We may lose internet. Can you hear that?
Yep. Yeah, I can hear it. They also used the incredible Mr. Limpet in the Navy, for those of you who remember that. He was a fish.
Watch it now. Watch it now. Tactical Tony. Tactical Tony was a seafarer. Well, it's a good thing it's at almost 2 hours. I'm sure this is gonna knock me out.
Yeah, well, even before it started raining, you were getting choppy.
Yeah. Could you hear that though? That came like
I can
sound
hear
like
it.
hail. Sound like hail
Yeah,
there for a minute.
pretty loud.
I was just crying about not having rain because everything looked like it was wilting. I thought I was gonna have to.
Dude, I haven't had rain this year.
That sucks. Sucks, bro.
You have rain like every other week. I don't even know, man. That must be nice, never having to water your garden.
Oh, I still have to water it because my wife has potted plants, and those have to be watered every day. So I spend at least an hour doing that. But you know, this is nice for the garden, anyways, because that way I don't have to pump water from the pond or rely on rainwater to pump down.
Right.
They need a straight bomb dropping port. They need something. So is that going on again now? I think we talked
Portland
about that
is still
vaguely.
going on, yeah.
So they opened up the Chaz Chop and called it the Chuck E. Cheese place now or something?
The Chop was in Seattle, Washington. Portland's a whole other beast. And apparently the mayor decided to stand hand in hand with the violent protesters while the government's coming through and got his ass tear gassed, which is hilarious. I can't wait to watch the footage on that one. Yeah.
They tear gassed the mayor. Huh. Awesome.
Yeah, well, it was his dumb ass for being out there with everybody.
Yeah.
Sorry,
he was probably wearing one of those. He was probably wearing one of those T-shirt masks too.
Yeah, probably.
All right, well, guys and gals, get into our final comments. It's getting that 2-hour mark. Thanks for everybody for checking in. Thanks for everybody for putting their input in and sharing the information that I can't find fast enough. That's very helpful. I'm glad to see that everybody's still doing all right. Sorry I haven't been here. Had some medical issues I had to take care of, so to deal with. Traumatic brain injuries suck. Anybody that has them knows. So that's what we've been dealing with here. Still trying to do Monday, Wednesday, Friday videos. We'll do a Saturday chat if everybody wants to. We're still giving away the 80%er. You have to be in the chat, I think, for that to be claimed. So whenever we go live one day, we'll give one away. I'll do a video on it, explaining more detail. It's got to work out all the things.
Yeah, I would definitely make a video on it. That's a great idea.
But I don't have it. It's over there, and I don't want to go over there and grab it right now because I'm afraid we're going to get kicked off the internet. So, but anyways,
and the winner is
as all well. I'll take it from my phone if that's the case, and I'll go. I'll drive to town, 45 minutes to town, and upload it in town because I get signal there. If the internet goes out here, we'll get it worked out. Unless it's Stan, and then we got to send him dildos. But anyways, all right. As always, I'm Irish USMC Vet. Thumbs up, thumbs down, bitches, moans, complaints. Leave them in the comment section below. Anything you will, check out the links below. Yeah. Godspeed, Semper Fi. Have a great day. Thanks for everybody for checking in. We'll see you guys and gals later.
Peace.